What?
And Sword hasn't utilized any of his refillable potions. So definitely losing out on auto attack ability.
Oh, here's a flash play. Yeah, exactly right. Jelly does have stand behind me, so he's absolutely fine. But Chovy's going to teleport in. That's the flash. That's the Circle of Frost. Tarzan wants to get in on the action as well as First Blood goes down. It's the Braum, and then Aiming follows up very easily. It's the Undertow, though. That's a bit of a short arm there from Tarzan. His son has the taunt. Is going to be able to taunt up the Lissandra. Chovy taking a lot of damage there as Dread has to leap his way out. That's Keen trying to get in, but I don't know whether he's going to be able to. Aiming turns up and finally grabs that one as the Galio is the one traded forward. Keen now does have a lot. Very squishy, and that's a lot of damage that Keen has taken. Realm Warp from Sword as Dread wants to get over here. Okay, Sun had the hero's entrance, but I just don't know whether that was the right choice from Sword. Gets himself between the turrets, so now no one on a Freaker's team.
And another wave crash. So take another quick look at this. The Observer highlighted that Rise did not yet have his Aftershock available. Very good CSing by Sword. Tries to get out of here, flashes, but it was already too late.
Troll Ward is down. Tarzan already taking a heck of a lot of damage. The Smite was used, but I don't even know whether it's going to save him. Voidassault comes in as Kane's going to get the flash off. The ultimate's there, and Tarzan just throws his stopwatch in the bin before he dies. It's unfortunate. Fight breaks out bottom side as well, but these minions, Rift Herald, is going to be used over this wall, and Dread, he's going to jump on forward. Hero's entrance comes down as now Keen wasn't actually tanking that turret, actually dives back forward. Twilight Shroud doesn't work like that anymore as they go 1-for-1, but there's a whole lot of turret plates coming in. That's a death sentence if ever I've seen one from Lehends, as he puts down the box, and the Gargoyle has absolutely nowhere to go. Triple taunt, really nice.
They're not the primary damage dealers, and so right here, Viper.
Yeah, able to use the ultimate Killer Instinct to try and get himself out, but has to. Yep.
Rika.
Tower going to go down.
Yep.
As Lehends turns up, and Dread's going to be here as well. Frozen Tomb is in there. That's another death sentence to write home about.
And everyone goes back to doing their own thing. We take another quick look at the replay. It feels like Lissandra's ultimate is almost always up. Yep. Every single time you look down at it. Death sentence ended up being landed, but it didn't matter as Lissandra was locked up and unable to follow up on the kill there. Otherwise, it would have been a 1-for-1.
Heroic entrance if things do get dicey.
Oh, Chovy.
Oh my goodness, I've seen this one before. He gets himself into the brush, but there's the stun. Hero's entrance comes down as the culling. All right, Chovy able to get out of there, but there's the taunt. And Afrika, it looks like they knew that they may not have quite enough, as there's the Glacial Fissure. Aiming now trying to kite this one back. Oh, that Relentless Pursuit was absolutely stunning as now Dread off to the side. There's a flash play, and Lehends has played this game so well. He might be heading towards double MVPs as Viper is able to finish that one off. Another hook lands from Lehends, gets himself back forward, and this one's going to ring true. Okay, ultimate flies in as Ragnarok is going to be utilized, and Jelly's not going to be able to stop that one. Chovy comes on over.
They don't have a Baron, but it doesn't matter. They shred through this so much. And unless Keen can make a miracle.
Well, Sun's going to be in there as well. Does have the taunt available. Lehends goes golden. That's going to be Tarzan locking down the Baron. And the Akali just throws herself back in. That felt like a ritual sacrifice and not one that you want if you're an Afrika fan. As Griffin, they tidy up the kills. They tidy up the Baron. They're looking to tidy up this series. To pay some respects. Half the health bar on Dread as Jelly's just trying to tank up this damage. Keen waiting for a flank. That's another death sentence. Of course it lands as Jelly. No unbreakable. A lot of worries here for Afrika Freaks. Keen gets into the back line though. Immediately Frozen Tomb comes in. But that is going to be the stopwatch utilized. Frozen Thrall now in the middle. 4-man taunt comes down from Sun. He's got a full health bar, but Griffin just kited on back. Chovy throws his life away, but do they have enough damage in the backline? As Viper just gets so much damage.
Bottom right-hand side of the map is playing out a pick board, though.
Yep, Aiming going to get a bit of damage there onto Chovy as Proto Belt's going to be utilized, and Aiming with the culling moving in the wrong direction, but Dread gets him over. Chovy's going to take the claw out. Descent, sorry.
Be able to raise this mid-tier 2 turret. Maybe a fight's about to happen.
Yep, the box does go down there from Lehends, trying to create that slow field as Tarzan. A fair bit of damage there onto Jelly. Hero's entrance comes in. No joy on the knockups, though. As the Olaf does eventually go down. Dark Passage not quite enough. Oh, the Kai'Sa just evaporates in the backline. And Afrika, they may have done it. They may have found it. It's Keen thrown underneath the turret. But look at these health bars. They're just so low. Chovy gets back in and just does what the Kai'Sa couldn't. Lehends is having a day out. Just exceptional play on this Thresh, and he's able to end the life of Keen with a well-deserved kill.
The driver's seat, almost a 7,000 gold advantage for them. We take another quick look at the replay. Lehends goes in. The turret actually ends up living. The box came down. Galio ultimate. So much damage being dished out. Olaf doing the best Leroy Jenkins impression I've seen in a while.
Oh, true.
As right there, Viper, he ends up getting locked up too, but look at what ends up happening. Chovy able to do a lot of AoE damage. Sword gets here, reminds everyone that not only is he tanky, but he deals a lot of damage.
Yep, and that Lantern Ride was just stunning from Lehends. He seems to have one of the benefits of blue side, a supercharge against Viper, and then trying to start off a fight. Sword now looking for the Rune Prison, does get it there onto Jelly as Keen. Shroud down right in the middle of this Griffin squad. He ults to try and get himself out as Chovy's gone for the flank. But you can see that's a two-man taunt, but we're fighting on multiple fronts. Chovy is keeping 3 people busy. Hero's entrance now to try and get Sun back in as now Viper dives his way forward. Oh, he just wants so much more as Sword can't quite get in there, but does have the shield to come back.
We're teleporting back into this fight.
No flash,
and it might end up being
blast
too late.
cone. Afrika, they need to try and get into this pit as Sun is doing the best that he can, and he's going to be Dread locking down the Baron, and Chovy found his way into the pit. He's going to die before he could do anything. The ultimate was already on cooldown, and now Afrika trying to fight this one forward. Sword going extremely low. Jelly is going to be taken down. Viper's at full health this time, though.
Elder, though, coming up in 2.5 minutes. The Baron will persist through that as we take another quick look at the fight. This is the fight leading up to this. Sword uses the Righteous Glory, ends up locking down the Braum as his target of choice. Chovy able to demand so much aggro in the backline, but Sun able to do just as much and then escape at the very last second, as was Chovy, via the Thresh Lantern. Dread looking for Sword, and then Sword right here, very late to the party because he wanted to push out the bottom wave before teleporting in. And so because of that, he's very late to being able to deal the damage while all of the Afrika members are all still clumped up. And then everyone gets locked up. Tarzan having to use his ultimate at the end right there. Sword ends up going down. Viper and Lehends trying to put on a show in a clinic.
It's
but
split across this map, and that's another hook that's going to land. Perfect timing for that one as well. Hero's entrance. He's going to be drawn out. It's a double knock up here as Sun trying to get himself into the backline. Chovy just self-ult, and Aiming's able to get no damage done. Keen, though, he's able to just jump into the backline. Viper is taken out. Chovy's still buying so much time as the Galio will eventually fall. Dread has to get himself out, but now Aiming, he's the consistent DPS, and he's able to get so much work done. Now Sword isn't able to get on top of the Lucian.
I think
and that's a
did
GA. Yeah, exactly right. The Olaf is down now. And Sword, he needs to do this 1 versus 4. He's going to get closed in on. This should be the ace as he tries to buy time with his stopwatch, and that's going to be that. Aiming's the one that does it, and Afrika are now going to try and push into the base.
And they're teleporting immediately. I think that they're going to go for the end. 24 seconds on Lehends and Viper.
They've got so much damage available to them. They should be able to eat through this inhibitor. Death timer, 14 seconds onto Viper. That is the only time that they need to worry about. It's 10 seconds now. First Nexus turret goes down. 5 seconds. Second Nexus turret goes down. The Nexus is going to go. Afrika Freaks 2-1 over Griffin. 2 match losses in a row. In this week of play for the Griffin squad, and Afrika, look at how many players they've got, and they're all absolutely elated.
I'm a little bit speechless right now, Atlas, because Griffin, they had the better team composition, and the manner in which they just lost is that they got out-team fought.
Yeah.
Back-to-back into really decisive fights. After getting the game, what should have been a really easy victory.
I think so too. I feel like, I don't know, it might have been some arrogant initiations to come in for them, especially the fight in the mid lane, but that last one was honestly just a really nice fight from both teams, and they deserve this bow. A Freak of Freaks looks like they...
in addition to that, other Griffin members, with the exception of maybe Lehends, they weren't able to really do anything. They looked extremely vulnerable yet again.
That was our debut game on the Rise in 2019. It didn't look great at all. But here, did look better in the laning phase, but you've still got to be able to team fight with it, right? And that's what Griffin is super well known for. That's what Griffin is supposed to be good at. And they got out-team fought by a team that's fielded about absolutely phenomenal. Wife of the Afrika coach.